Hi guys, welcome to this video about the question how to buy a cheap phone. Yeah, sometimes it happens in life that you can't or you don't want to spend $1,000 on a new phone, even if you do monthly payment instead of paying at once. So it's still a lot of money when you have to pay like around $1,000 for a new flagship premium phone. So what alternate ways do you have? You can definitely go to like your normal cell phone provider or carrier store like T-Mobile. I'm talking about US at the moment, of course. You can go to your T-Mobile phone or Verizon or whatsoever, and then instead going for the flagship phones, you can then select like something like price low to high, and you will find something like this Go Flip 3, which will cost you $4 every month and will have a total price of $100, and then goes up a little bit. Motorola, Aristo, Galaxy, that's a Samsung, Samsung Galaxy 10e, but you have to be aware of that's not comparable in any kind to the premium Samsung phones. Then we have even an LG, their own T-Mobile brand, and more Samsung, and so on and so on. But the problem, the question is, will you be happy with something like that? And I think most people these days, they need some decent power, but not extra power. If you want to do gaming, it's a different thing, but not many people or really do 3D shooters or whatsoever on their phones. They want to play maybe very easy games, and that this can be done on almost every phone these days. So what makes the difference at the end? That's usually the camera. You usually have your phone with you, and when there's a special occasion, you go for dinner or there's a family event or whatsoever, you want to make pictures, and pictures with something like that ends in a disaster in 99.9% of the cases, and that won't make you happy. That's a huge problem. So what to do with this situation? And there's a solution for that. You can go to Amazon or other online stores. I'm always preferring Amazon, because if something goes really wrong, you can, as long as you have Prime at least, or usually I think anyway, you have some kind of 30-day return period if there's something really not working as you expected to be. And there are some really nice, decent phones like the Xiaomi. There are all other Samsungs, of course. There are LGs. There are, but what to do? There are a couple of phones, I would say around $200. So if you go below like $100, it's really difficult to get a decent phone. I would say the limit these days is at around $200, where you can expect to buy a decent phone. So you have actually two different possibilities. You can buy a cheap one like Xiaomi. I always recommend, because they seem to have the best cameras from all the cheap phones. And the second possibility which you can do, that's to buy not from a cheap brand but from a premium brand, but not the latest model. I know the LG V30 is definitely not the latest model from LG, but it has still a very good camera with a wide angle, and that works pretty well. It doesn't have a like a CPU which is comparable to the very latest model, but still very good as well. And it has some premium features and definitely a really good thing, and you can buy it cash, 269 for example. And yeah, just make sure that it is really new and you don't buy refurbished. You can always check here. Yeah, you knew it's on the right side, but here you can still check. If it doesn't say anything about condition, then it's new. So here we have yeah, used good, so you know it is used, but this one should definitely be new. I don't see anything about used, so this for 269.99 looks definitely new. And that's definitely a pretty good deal. We don't have to talk about camera quality. It's still one of the, I mean, not very best, but a really good camera. The problem with the cameras are when you buy a cheap camera like the Xiaomi, then all of them, so let's say below maybe $400 or $500, they don't have optical image stabilization, and that's always a problem, especially when it gets a little bit darker. And something like an older premium phone like the LG V30, they have optical image stabilization, and that is a huge plus. Also, some of them come with wireless charging and with waterproof. I can't tell you at the moment about the V30. I just know that the camera is very good. I don't know about waterproof and the wireless charge. Yeah, I wanted to let you know, and so I did a little bit of research, and I can confirm you that this camera definitely has wireless charge, and it is waterproof by IP68, which means I think 30 minutes at 5 feet depth. So definitely, yeah, at the level of the latest premium phones. So if you want to have all the extras, all the also a really great camera, of course not latest CPU, but still a really decent phone, then you can go with something like that. That's also the T-Mobile version, that you know it is compatible also with T-Mobile, and that's the really important thing what I wanted to tell you about. If you buy something like this, the Xiaomi or any other cheap phones, then you have to be careful. I mean, like something which is not branded in USA, which you don't buy from a carrier, like you buy on Amazon, on eBay, whatsoever, you have to make sure that it is compatible with your carrier. That's very important. Otherwise you can buy you buy a phone which is super slow, and you will even struggle to make phone calls or whatsoever. I mean, usually you should be able to make phone call as long as you buy GSM and not the other type of carrier. So but your data can be super slow. So how to make sure to be compatible? Yeah, the other thing what I wanted to tell you is to make sure you buy either GSM when you're on T-Mobile, or I think AT&T and whatsoever. And yeah, here we have it. GSM is AT&T Mobile, T-Mobile Metro PCS, and CDMA or Verizon Sprint Boost. So this is the first thing, is really important. Otherwise you can't do anything if you are on the wrong carrier. Like if you are on Verizon and you buy like a phone like the like this one, the LG V30, which I was showing. But anyway, let's go back to the Xiaomi, which is really usually a really decent value. I have been switching from a top premium Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge Plus which was around $1,000 when it came out, and now switched to the Xiaomi Mi 8 Lite half a year ago, which was $200, and I'm super happy with it. But of course it's not waterproof, I don't have wireless charging, and I don't have optical image stabilization, but still it's one of the best values when it comes to cameras. You have to be really careful when you buy smartphone like a cheaper brand for $200. You can really totally fail with the camera, and this is definitely not a fail. I mean, it's not comparable to the latest premium devices, but it's still very good. But how to make sure that you're compatible and you can use it 100%. So by the way, there are other Xiaomi's around. The Xiaomi Mi 8 Lite came out almost a year ago. Then we have the Redmi Note, which came out I think in February, and we have the Xiaomi A3, which came out in July 2019. It's only $160, and it, I think, as far as I know, it has the best camera for around $200. It's $160. So it is an absolutely steal. And I mean, I cannot guarantee for anything, but also you see the reviews are really good. And I mean, also for the Note 7 reviews are even better, but I think this camera is even a little bit better, and it's the newer device, but it's up to you to decide. Anyway, I will put down all the listings into the description so you can check them out and maybe buy them right from here. So anyway, let's go down. When we are looking for the Xiaomi A3 4 plus 64 gigabytes, really nice device. Yeah, but you see the camera is a little bit is a little bit wider than the housing. This I have to make sure, but yeah, it was a way to make sure the camera is really working. There's no benefit in having flat camera, and it does make poorly pictures. So we go down to the description, product information. Here we have the number, item model number. That's really important. We copy that and we go to page which is called frequencycheck.com, and we enter the let's do this here. I think we can enter this here. We can check for the phone here, and we go down to the right side and we'll find the phone. You have to make sure that you have really the right phone. There are still, and we have this number, there are a couple of them. I'm not 100% sure if we are on the right one, if we pick the first one, but let's go with the first one. I'm pretty sure it will work. So here we are. I make this a little bit bigger. So we have the device here, and for compatibility we have to go to check country carrier compatibility, and here we can enter the country, let's say USA, and it says, yeah, of course it is GSM 100% compatibility, UMTS up to 4G speed, and also LTE but only 25%. So let's see the details. And now let's go back to T-Mobile. It's just a sample. I mean, whatever you need, you have to look it up. T-Mobile says GSM 100%, UMTS up to 4G is 100%, and even LTE is 2 of the 5 frequency bands. So you should have a pretty nice 4G speed coverage. And I have a similar phone. I mean, I have the Mi 8 Lite, and I'm super happy with the performance, with data speed and so on, and I think it has a similar setting here. Here on the Xiaomi Redmi Note 7 we even have some information that it should be compatible with T-Mobile, but you have to be careful. Compatible with GSM doesn't mean fast. Compatible means just it's working, can be 2G. And if you have had once a phone with only 2G compatibility, yeah, you will never forget for the rest of your life. It's so super slow. You can maybe live with some kind of 3G, but 4G is definitely way better, because you always know that usually you don't have the perfect connection to the next antenna, and then usually it goes down, and when you have already a reduced compatibility, then speed will go down even more. So you have to have at least some kind of 4G compatibility, otherwise I cannot recommend it. And it's absolutely incredible how many people, they step into this trap and they buy phones like this one, Xiaomi Pocophone F1. It was in the news. It's a super fast phone, has decent camera, it has really nice specs, comes with a low price, and a lot of people think, yeah, this is the one. It was totally hyped in the news and a lot of social media, and people go to Amazon and buy it, and after they bought it, they find out that it's not compatibility with their carrier. So this is one of the worst phones probably which you can buy. I mean, you can play games, but having a fast internet can be a really big struggle with this phone. So again, to wrap things up, we have the possibility of going to the T-Mobile, Verizon or whatever store, and you can buy cheap, but you will get also cheap camera for sure. And that probably won't make you happy on the long term. So I highly recommend to buy either something like this, yeah, let's say Xiaomi or whatsoever. I can only guarantee for the Xiaomi Mi 8 Lite because I have this one, but I have checked out also the Redmi Note 7, and especially I've seen a camera report about the Xiaomi A3, which were on the site which I've been checking. They said that it has the best camera at the moment for $200, and I have no doubts because Xiaomi has a really nice reputation for cameras on cheap phones. And yeah, the other thing is definitely the LG V30 or any other kind of premium brands, but sometimes it's really difficult to get cheap phones from other brands. I mean, premium phones usually with Samsung, Apple, and yeah, other manufacturers, also the Huawei. It's really super difficult to find providers which are selling like phones from 2 or 3 years back at a really low price, and with LG this is still possible. It has always been possible since many years. I have about 3 years ago I've been buying the LG G5, which was then only about 1 or 2 years old. I think a little bit more than 1 year, and it was down to a little bit more than $200, and I'm still using it, and it's still an awesome phone. I mean, it's absolutely awesome, and this is also a really nice possibility. So that's it for now. I hope I was able to help you a little bit with that. If you have any questions or better suggestions or whatever you have, put it down into the feedback area, and again I will put down all the listings which I have found as well into the description below, so you can check them out and maybe order it something like that right away from there. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.